Let's freaking go. Hell yeah, Dave. Game number 2 of the day, and it's going to be a good one for sure. Team Reborn versus Alliance. You said it, Alliance. They're all pretty much set to go to the playoffs, but you know what? Still, if they want to take the dub, they can make a statement going into the into the next stage of the event, should I say, not the qualifiers, because this is what's happening right now. As now we're going to also see the picks up. We're going to have a Kaiser, Lulu, not too much of a surprise, and Ari that I haven't been seeing too much in competitive as of recently, and I'm intrigued to see how that would work out. But what I'm seeing on the other side for Team Reborn, though, I'm pretty happy to see it. You got yourself a Orianna Alistar, which is a great combo, paired up with a Wukong too. The amount of AoE CC brought to the table by their composition is absolutely insane. But now the question is Jhin and also Fiora going to be enough to dash out the remaining damage that they might be lacking?
Yep. Yeah. We look at a lot of gaming setting here from Team Reborn side. I mean, Team Alliance. Let's take a look at the Ben pick from Alliance. You have Lee Sin, you have Ari, you have Lulu, you have Darius. I mean, Darius has been picked up quite often. What do you think about the Darius pick? That
did
has shown up so frequently.
Oh no. Oh wait, no. The bans are Zed, Gragas, MF, and Kennen. By the way, just in case you guys were questioning yourself.
Those are the bans.
Yeah, I thought you said a Lulu ban. I was like, wait, but Lulu got picked. Wait a minute. What was that?
Oh no, I mean Lulu got picked. I was looking at Darius' pick. Why is this hero so popular recently? Is it because they just try to get it so they have a better chance against enemy sideliners? So Darius is not really meta in the PC version, but now coming to Wild Rift, it seems to be pretty popular among the teams.
The thing is with Darius, I have the impression he's like a steamroller. He is made as to be a pentakill machine. That was the intention of Riot when they created the character.
True.
Is they want him to be up there to be pentakill machine. So the thing is, if this kind of character gets ahead and they don't do any major mistakes, he is a character that will entirely shut down your entire squad. So I think he's a character that is entirely reliant around snowballing. If he falls behind, I think we all know a Darius. One time in our solo queue games, we have a Darius that just is like 0-5 and he does absolutely nothing. He's just a milk shield, and even then, he's not that good of a tank. So overall, I think there's interesting to see how this Darius is going to play, because he's against a Fiora, which can heal too, but let's not forget that the kill of Darius denies a pretty decent amount of healing. So I think that the matchup Fiora-Darius is going to be very interesting. But once again, Darius is entirely reliant around getting ahead and getting a lot of frags early on to be more reliable when it comes to the late game stage.
Yep, and while we're speaking, there are a lot of action actually happening mid lane. It seems like Lee Sin found a little bit poke on Orianna. Meanwhile, on the other side, just like Max was saying, Alliance, let's switch to mid lane. From Reborn's perspective, First Blood.
There you go. Flash for Flash, it's going to be First Blood. Worst at the end of the day, and especially Wukong. He did get nerfed, by the way, just a little bit. Not a significant amount, but still quite a decent nerf. And he's going to be coming in hot into this one. He's going to get engaged by the Lee Sin, but Lee Sin trying to reposition at the end of the day. They will get the carrot for themselves, so that's going to be some great visibility shut down onto that Drake later on in the game. And now they can go back to their blue all around. Good pressure. Good also repositioning, because they were getting like outnumbered in that fight. Then you had the Orianna and also the Jhin that followed up, and also the Alistar, showing to me that there's some really good communication coming out from Team Reborn.
Yeah, I mean, Reborn's composition this game, I'm really a big fan of, right? Just like Max was saying, back to my previous point, their comp has a lot of synergy, a lot of like wombo combos potential, chance CC potential. Whereas you look at Alliance composition, they don't have that. Every single hero is more a play on their own, right? Kai'Sa have to play kind of on her own. Lulu can synergize with Kai'Sa. It's being a pretty classic combo now on Wild Rift stage. But just a little marksman and a support combo is not really considered as a wombo combo, right? Look at the rest of the team. Ari is playing on her own. It's completely a standalone mage. Darius completely playing on his own, and he needs snowball. If he doesn't snowball, like Max was saying, this hero falls behind way too hard, and it become like a drag, more like a weight in the late game for your team. And then Lee Sin, the same thing. You know, Lee Sin is set up for the team, but I don't see anyone from Alliance side that can say I can comfortably engage team fights in the late game skirmishes. Whereas look at this from Team Reborn right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not synergy heavy, but what I'm seeing so far is like that 2-2 fight in the bot lane is going to be roaring up. Just get a nice shield, able to keep alive this Kai'Sa. Before how long? Oh my god, he finds one. Can he find a double flag? He gets knocked up and he gets the double with the curtain call. And he's going to close the curtain on those two guys as he's going to take them back to the fountain. What a good combo from the Alistar. Dive into the tower, get the CC, make sure you can hit that fourth and final bullet. That was well executed from Team Reborn.
Yeah, what a beautiful combo right here. Let's take a look at a replay. I mean, just what I was saying, Alliance composition doesn't really have a lot of synergy, but if you look at Team Reborn, they're packed with synergy. Alistar Jhin combo is really good. We talk about the Chin CC into the root from Jhin, and then you follow up with Curtain Call. And then their team also have a lot of synergy. Right here, it just shows like they're really synergized. They're on the same page. You know, Alistar knocked the guy up, knocked Lulu up, and then Jhin follow up with the last bullet. That's beautiful.
Yeah, really well played overall. I enjoyed that one quite a fair bit. And Jhin also, now that he's starting to get ahead, it might get a little bit more tricky for the Kai'Sa Lulu wombo combo. We'll see if they can try and get away from it. But now the Drake is on the menu, going to spawn on the Rift. And it seemed like we already have a little more of a reposition from Team Reborn. You know, Alistar, Orianna just moving around, potentially putting a ward or two down there to make sure they can keep the scout on going. But Jhin also could try and join the mix if he wants to. So I'm intrigued to see if they're going to commit to it. I think this would be a little bit of an overstep if they decide to go for it. But they are pushing it in a good way, and actually that's going to be a great charm coming on through from the Ahri, picking up so much CC. Orion is out of the fight. Can they find a double there? I'm not too sure. Oh my god, Lee Sin, can he survive it? I think not, as he's going to be chased down by the monkey, as he gets a nice triple knock up with his ultimate, looking to be in a really good shape. But now they're all pushing back away from their tower. We did have the overgrowth on the Darius too, but that is not going to be too helpful. But what a great amount of CC. And the engage was clean, but at the end, it was an even trade-off between the Lee Sin and between the Orianna.
Yep. Orianna get caught up position here, so really, really good rotation from the Darius, able to pull the Orianna in, and Ahri just followed up with the CC. Like I said, individually, they're a hero that can make play on their own, but if you look at Alliance overall as a comp, they cannot take frontline team fights. That's why I was a little bit confused initially when the Dragon first spawned, why that, you know, Team Reborn just didn't force it. They had early game advantage. If they force the Dragon and then you come here to try to fight you, that's exactly what you want. You wombo combo them, and that's why you pick your composition. So speaking of that, Team Reborn is on this Dragon right now.
Yeah, oh my god, can he get it? No steal for the Lee Sin, and he shall indeed lose his life. Nice attempt, I gotta say. Respect it, but unfortunately, you're falling a little bit further behind, and that's going to be not exactly what you were aiming for him. Feels a bad man. But I'm especially going to be looking out for the Darius, because he hasn't been able to do too much just yet. He is level 8, which is going to be pretty much the standard of everyone around him so far, especially on the other side. But Darius, I think, is needing a little bit more, which is why I was surprised that initially Lee Sin wasn't trying to help the Darius a little bit more, get some early gangs in to try and help against the Fiora, which I was expecting, but he's been pretty much abandoned on his Baron lane so far.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to help heroes like Jhin. You don't have to help heroes like Misfortune. A lot of heroes that actually can live on their own. Now, speaking of that, it seems like there's another action on the Dragon lane once again.
Yeah, that's going to be once again the Lulu in a pretty dire situation. She will make it away. Curtain Call once more. Going to go for the snipes. Can he find it? Going to get soaked up pretty heavily, but there's still going to be some significant damage. And he gets the 4th bullet in, and they're both extremely low. Man, the wombo combos between this Alistar and those Jhin are absolutely top tier. Now they're just so low that they cannot afford to take this fight anymore. But I'm loving this bot lane coming out from Team Reborn. They're really, really showing some great gameplay here.
Now, yes, they are. I mean, just wait for them to group up and show us the team synergy, right? Like, that's even going to be more intense. This is why I was saying, like, even though Alliance sitting in a really comfortable position, I think that's why they're trying to test with different strats or comps. But this is very uncharacteristic of the team on Alliance scale, right? The team that defeated the last champion from the previous tournaments. So, now look at that. Lee Sin once again get caught up and dead.
Yeah, you can't do anything there. You can't escape. He had already his dash coming on through. He got charmed up also, so it's really not making things pretty easy for him. And he is going to be out of the fight once again. We're 6-1 so far in the favor of Team Reborn, and they're keeping the pressure down. They're going to try and even go for a push onto the Drake lane for the opposing side of Team Alliance. Is the dive going to happen? I don't think so. No ultimate available for Wild Boar on his Wukong. So he's just going to be staying remaining as a nice monkey in the jungle. Not going to go for the dive just yet, but they could. And they definitely could. And here it is. I think that Alistar was going to go for the bump, but no, they are more focused on the turret, which I do think is the better course of action. And here it is, double knock up. But it's going to be a 3v4. Not the fight they were really looking for. Now 4v4, Orion, a big ultimate. But unfortunately, that's going to be the end for their teammate, as they do lose one of them. Actually, no, as I said that, I lied. It was actually the fake monkey that went down. So they still was a 5-man team. And now they're going to go for the finish off of the fight. They already got 3 kills, looking for a 4th potentially on the Ahri. Even a 5th if they decide to go fully for the dive. And that's going to be Darius left alone. And that shall indeed be the ace going the way of Team Reborn.
Oh my goodness. We talk about the wombo combo available to the team. I mean, what a clean engage. They should be forcing objectives. They're playing their comp absolutely flawlessly. When you have a team fight comp, it doesn't mean you go for team fights. It means you go for objectives, and you force team fight. You force enemy to respond. That's how you take those team fight. How you win, how you utilize the advantage of a team fight comp, because they know you're gonna try to team fight them. They're gonna back away, and you take a resources for free. And that's exactly what we're doing. They take the tier 1 tower. Right when they took the tower, Alistar engaged. What a beautiful execution there on a I think it was a Baron lane. No, actually it was Dragon lane. It was Dragon lane. So, damn, just really good play from Reborn right now.
I mean, Team Reborn will know this is a scaling comp for Alliance. You know, Darius is falling behind. Kai'Sa is also falling behind. Normally, she hits a power spike towards 2 items. And now she's actually at the point where it's making it really hard for her to do a comeback unless a major mistake happens for the side of Team Reborn. But seeing how they've been playing so far, I'm pretty sure that is not bound to happen anyways. Orianna taking a 1v1 versus Ahri. The shockwave will not be used, which I think could have been an easy frag, but they're not going to go for it just yet. But Kai'Sa in the bot lane with Lulu going to get shut down potentially as again chased up. Darius is going back to base. And they are just going to have to give up on that fight entirely as the Ocean Drake is now going to be on the menu. Wukong is nearby, so that should be a pretty damn easy pickup.
Yep. Current call damage. Ooh. Yep. I think we're a little bit on sync here from the stream. You were a little bit ahead of me. Let me see, 9:46. I'm at 9.
I was watching. I'm watching your Discord stream, and it should be fine. It's because I was reading the minimap, and there was a fight happening in bot lane.
Yeah, let me refresh that. There was a little bit out of sync from my side, it seems like. But yeah, again, my only question was, where was this Reborn last week? Where was Reborn the week before last week, right? Like, all of a sudden, this is Reborn 3.0. You know,
because we know they're not going to qualify because they are not going to make it. Even if they win up against Alliance, they're still not making it to the playoffs because they just lost too dominantly in their early matches. So if they would have played like this at the start, like, man, that would have been great. But I don't know where they were because this is a great showing from Team Reborn that I'm surprised we're not going to see them in the playoff. But it really goes to show also how high level this tournament actually is.
I mean, they have so much potential from the way how they play in this match right now, you know? If this was Reborn like since the beginning of the group stage, we might see a very different group Group C right here, you know? Like, this was just absurd. I feel bad that we seen this type of Reborn like last week of the tournament, of the group stage. Because if this Reborn was earlier, I think they might just make it out of the group stage and going to compete for the $2,000.
They could be doing so. They are on to a really good start. Anyways, going to be looking out to the macro mechanics also. I'm seeing a pretty significant also lack of vision from the side of Alliance. They were, unfortunately, vision lacking in really big ways. And that is really causing so many issues, especially when it comes down to controlling global objectives, like especially the Drake and also the Baron Pit. And I think that here, Alliance, because their vision game is not on point, they are struggling to know what their next step should be every single step of the road. So I think a hit vision game from Alliance, if they could improve it, it could be good. I think this first game is already over when it comes down to their vision game, but hopefully going into game 2, they can improve on it significantly to give themselves a little bit of a better chance. Yeah,
I mean, right now, we talk about how Darius needs Snowball, and everyone from Alliance side is more individual play type of hero. So, like, looking at this game, I do not know what they can do, because the current potential is, like, Darius picking someone off, and then on a wall growth, they got someone picked off, and then they do those type of kinky plays. But there's no way they can teamfight right now. They're already so far behind, and if they try to teamfight, they're going to lose straight up. And speaking of teamfight, here it comes.
Oh, man, disgusting edge can go for an extra knock-up. There you go, gets it. Flash into, that's a quad knock-up coming out from the Wukong, but it's just not going to be enough to find all the frags just yet. But Alistar, he popped the ultimate. He's tanky as hell, and you know his team is going to follow up on the fight as they pick up now their third frag, looking for the fourth, and that's going to be the end for Lulu. What a dive and a half, and that's going to result in an extra tower coming their way, sending everyone on the side of Alliance back to the fountain. And once again, like, Alliance are qualified by default, even if they lose this match, which is so surprising, seeing how good the gameplay is coming out from Team Reborn. God damn it, they really are Reborn. They truly are the Phoenix of this game.
Yep, and they're ending the game right now. There's not enough time for Alliance to come back. Like, just... What just happened? This is just like you said. This is Team Reborn. What just happened with this team? I'm completely lost right now. I'm just lost.